So we've seen chainsaws used to maintain land, to cut firewood, but now we're going to see it in a totally different realm. Get ready, because it's all about chainsaw carving. Let's go. I'm standing here with Lewis Clark, and he is a chainsaw carving artist. Carve Me A Bear, how appropriate for a business name. Tell us about your bears.
Well, it started, back in the early 80s and into the 90s. I started off just doing bear heads, 50 of them, and I got good at it. And I started doing it full time 8 years ago, and I had that freedom of waking up every morning not knowing that I had to punch a time card, and I did what I love to do.
And it shows too in your bears. I mean, I've seen your bears all over the state of Montana, and it's such a unique art form. So when it comes to you creating your bears, is it just one tool? Like I would think, oh, you just use a chainsaw, but I'm sure there's more.
I actually use 3 tools. My three main tools is the chainsaws, number 1. Number 2 is a grinder, a little 4-inch disc grinder, and a drill. And that's all I use, basically, because 90% of it's done with the chainsaw and those 3 tools. That's it.
So what are the type of things that you're carving right now? Is it just strictly just the bear heads, or have you gotten into other animals or shapes?
I've gotten into just about every animal, the eagles, the wolf, horse heads, owls, just a variety of different mirages of carvings I just got better at. But the main carving that I do is bears. That's what everybody wants. They want that bear. After every year when we get here June 1st, I have an inventory of about 30 to 40 carvings. And by the end of July, July 4th, I no longer have any kind of inventory. It's everything that I carve is right off the block.
Lewis, you can't help it that you're good at what you do. Oh, wow, you have some great carvings. Well, in order to do your wood carvings, you need the wood, right?
Right.
So what piece should we grab for this little demo?
Well,
what's looking good?
We're gonna be doing a little bear, something, and basically, when I look at the wood, I like look at it, and you can see the colors, and then when you're looking at the log, you always want to be to the longest part of it, not the widest, because you want the body to be bigger. You don't want a fat bear.
Right.
It's got to all be in proportions.
I love it.
And then usually, like on these ones here, you could make a unique bear, like a bear in a log here with his booty sticking out the back.
Sure.
Or this case, we're just going to do a single standing bear holding the sign.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it. We have the wood. Now we got to talk about the tools here. You have quite the assortment of saws. I'm seeing different blades, different looks. Kind of choose a couple here and tell us how you use them.
First one I start off with is a 16-inch bar. It's an MS-250.
Right.
It's basically a saw just primarily for medium and small stuff to block out.
Okay.
Okay.
So like at the beginning part.
At the beginning part of it, I'll block it out. It takes a tank of gas, and it'll be blocked out. I know when I run out of gas, I better be done. And then I pick up something a little bit smaller. It's an MS-252. And I also use the MS-170s, but the 250s because it has a better power head on it.
Got it.
And it also has the carving bar, on which you have to change these saws out, which STIHL offers. You can change out the sprocket because it has to be a 1/4 pitch with a 1/4 pitch chain.
Okay, I see a little guy over here. This looks like a little guy with a little bar.
This little guy, he's an MS-170. It's a 10-inch bar, and 2, it has to get changed out with the sprocket too. And this is primarily used for furring the bear, because you could do your furring so much easier than a longer bar, because you got more control of the saw.
You were showing me earlier about the bark in the wood. Let's go back and take a look at that, because before anybody starts cutting on a piece of wood, you got to get rid of the bark, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go back there and take a look at it. And this is a log that's come on in, and you can see you can kind of just tear it off.
Yeah, this stuff will all just come right off.
And why is it so important that you guys take this bark off? Is it just because it gets old and it will fall off with time?
Because that's where your boar beetles live.
Oh.
They're the white grub worms that lay those eggs and stuff, and that's a lot of the bluing inside of these things. I hate to say it, but it's actually the bugs
that do it.
Urinal.
Oh.
Okay.
The bug's urine.
Because you're going to have lines in it, and usually that line's green, though.
Okay.
But I always like to look at it to see what kind of bugs are in it, because I treat everything. I have to use a bug spray, pesticides, I get it out.
You strip everything of the bark, you get your log, you're looking at the type of bluing. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
And then it's go to work time, right?
That's right.
Okay, well, we're ready to see you work your magic on this log. Let's get to it.
Go do it. Oh, it's always important always to start off, you know, with your shaps. You got to have shaps.
That's right.
Because the chainsaw, if it hits your leg,
Right.
it's going to do some pretty serious damage. These shaps will stop it. You know, I use the anti-vibration gloves. You know, it stops a little bit of the shocking. The grinders, when I use grinders, other tools and stuff,
Right.
it's not going to take your finger off all the way.
All the way.
Safety glasses are always a must. You
Yes.
got to wear these to
Yes.
keep your eyes protected. Things don't fly in the headset. You want to keep your hearing, you know, for a long time. Wear your headset, be safe, so you can keep your hearing.
Do you have music that goes through there?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What do you listen to?
Rock and roll, well, mostly country music.
Oh, you went from rock and roll to country, huh?
Well, it was 80s stuff is what I listen to.
All right, well, we'll let you get suited up. I'll get my ears on and work your magic.
All right.
So Lewis is super talented. He doesn't just do the bears, but he does commission pieces like you see right here. This is called Annie Oakley. It's after Annie Oakley. You see the rifle, you see how her face is coming together. This was commissioned on behalf of a local restaurant. So if you're interested in having a bear or you want something really specific, guess what? Lewis can do that as well.
Oh, I enjoy the peace of mind of doing what I love to do each and every day. It's a job that I can wake up to, look forward to each and every day.
Good thing.
You know, and I don't have to worry about, you know, tapping into a time clock or working up on a roof on doing sheet metal for 15 years. So I don't have to do that anymore. I can do what I want to do.
So Lewis, I gotta ask you real quick, you have been working like a mad dog over here. This bear is coming to life real quick. I noticed that you had mentioned that you were going to put a sign on the bear.
Yeah.
So what do you guys put right here or down here? Where does it actually go? Oh, perfect.
And you always, that center cut right there is what you
Yeah.
center the C up with, because you got three letters, so everything stays in.
I love it. I love it. So with this saw, now what are you getting into with
I'm
the
going to get
bill?
into cutting in the ears, cutting in the eyes, the nose, doing all the detail. This nose will come down considerably,
Right.
so you can have a forehead. This all gets shaved down, the nose will come out there, pound out.
Yep.
And then radius it, because right now it looks like a robot. I radius everything,
Right.
you know, where it's all rounded edges and stuff. And then, like I said, you bring out the booty, you know,
Yes.
because everybody likes that rear
The
end.
booty is popped back there, but I gotta tell you, you were incredible with that saw. I mean, so quick. I mean, this bear came to life in just minutes. Now, what sets your chainsaw carvings apart from any other chainsaw carving out there?
People love a cute bear.
They do.
They like a happy, cute bear. There's people out there that like realism, and I've done realism.
But otherwise, you're known for your cute bears.
Yes, my cute, happy bears, they have the happy face, they have the big butts on them, and people, that's what they like. They like them to hold a sign, a fishing pole,
Right.
you know, their name on it, they personalize it. I constantly ask, do you personalize them? I says, I personalize all my bears, you know, but I do whatever the people tell me what they want, and I make it. That's a wrap. She's done.
Oh, wow. Very impressive. Oh, we need one little thing right here. Well, I have to say, you are a genius with a chainsaw. Very impressive. Folks, Lewis is known for his bears. They're one of a kind. They're jolly. They're happy. If you're in Lincoln, Montana, or passing through Lincoln, Montana, be sure to stop by their shop. If you want to browse online, you can go to carvemeabear.com, and they are social. They are on Facebook as well. You've been amazing. Thank you for taking the time. Well, until next time, I'm Julie Mack, and I'm off to the next adventure.